DJ,
What's up, brother? How you
what
doing?
it is, brother? What's cracking,
What do you
homie?
guys on me? Just right here, man. You know, blase, man, rolling with the sands of time.
Yeah, man. Hey,
What's cracking?
so I did a live last night, man, and they were asking about you, man. When's BJ gonna tap back in, man? When's BJ gonna tap back in?
Damn, I'm here, homeboy. I'm here. What's cracking, though, man?
Oh, man,
What's
you
the
know,
class out there?
the same old, bro. I was telling them, man, I had a call with you the other day, and the motherfucker dropped, bro. Well, it didn't
Okay.
pick it up, man. So, just real quick, some of the things that I had asked you about. I didn't know that your carnal Julio was over there with you, bro.
Yeah, my kind of sleepy. Yeah, he's right here with me, man. He's my celly. You know, he's posted up, doing the same thing, trying to make it home.
And then the other thing that I think we discussed was what happened with knockers, bro. You know what I'm saying?
See, well, I'll give you a little brief rundown on that, right? When I talked to these brothers, after all this shit had happened to us, and prior to actually happening to us, I had told them that, hey, no, we had sent filtros up there that around 2004, 2005, around that time. We're sending filtros up to the Bay and letting them know how the new management, new changes, and who had gotten demoted and for what reasons and all that. And after that, it was a clean slate, and we're moving forward because that Black Widow and Diamond had exposed a lot of shit going on, right? And a lot of carnales trying to be renegade carnales, establishing their own shit without a proper authority, right?
Yeah.
So these brothers would tell me, like, hey, we never got none of that. And then they started mentioning Rabbit and a couple other brothers, right? They were causing division amongst themselves, amongst them brothers, right? Like Knockers, Mateo, Chuco, and all these dudes, right? And I said, well, yeah, that's the playbook, man. I was telling them that. And I said they were never to have any say in the organization, period.
Right.
So these brothers told me, like, hey, well, you know what? This is what was going on. That these guys wanted these vatos in because they were old timers and they would give us a better guidance and all that. Unknown to them, these old timers were playing all these young carnales, right?
Yeah.
Chuco and Mateo and them, man, and Knockers. So I told them not. So when they allowed them in, this vato started playing. Conejo was one of the carnales that was asking these carnales to pledge their loyalty to him, right? Not the organization, not the familia, right? So I told him, yeah, that was a red light already, man. That was a fucking red flag already, man, for you vatos who had noticed that shit. So and being that nobody was in contact with the feds, and they were telling everybody nobody contact the feds, and it was obviously systematic and done, right, to keep everybody blind from what was really to take place out here in Califas. So they were throwing it all on DC, like, oh, well, DC has control of all this, but hey, they kept DC on the blind también.
Yeah.
So DC didn't know what was really going on behind closed doors, so to speak, right? So Knockers, when he got out to, because he was one of the ones that got kicked out first, when he got out to the Líneas, homeboy, he started establishing, gaining the trust of all the raza down south again. And he started bringing them back in, into the fold. And that's when that Woody incident happened, and he tried to say, well, that's our raza. And the homeboy's like, Charlie, hey, what do you mean raza? That's your raza. That's raza. Hey, we're fucking gangsters también.
Yeah.
That was that conflict. Pero homeboy had a hint from, because remember there was Joker from San Diego, it was a Familiano, old time Familiano. He was one of the ones they hit Cheyenne back in '72.
Yeah, Mendoza.
Yeah. So we had that homeboy. We had a lot of other brothers from San Diego, and Tarzan was still around, rest in peace. So he was trying to regain the trust of his gente in Pomona, and Knockers was working on that. Homeboy, there was no other reason why this brother was here. He was blasted for no other good reason other than he didn't pledge his loyalty to this fucking renegade, and he had a little fallout. What's up?
No, just before we run out of time, that's how I was explaining it to these guys, right? That I think that those cats were so strung out on dope, and the way that they were so fast to prove Conejo. They were so fast. They're so fast to prove their loyalty that they were willing to sacrifice good seeds, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man.
La cura with all that was there was no, every carnal that was picking up their mente were being removed, homes.
Yeah, what's the infraction?
Was being blackballed, homes. See, what that means is that, hey, they're putting them on the shañada, telling all the young norteños, hey, don't listen to these dudes, don't acknowledge these dudes. These guys are feeding the norteños money. They're like, oh, go ahead and make it. Just, hey, keep these vatos on the shañada. Don't tell them now. So
right. What's the infraction, though?
Their kick down, homie, was straight contrary to anything, homie.
Hey, but what's the infraction, though? There's no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, that's treasonable in itself.
Yeah.
Using drogas, manipulating for personal gain, financial, that's a treasonable offense in itself.
Right.
I saw them getting strung out. I saw them on the yarda. So it's crazy, right?
Yeah, hey, we're going to run out of time, homie. So when you going to call back, we're going to do what we talked about.
I'm gonna try to get it together today. If I call you in the afternoon, I'm gonna send a little shout out to one of my tios out there in Oregon, man. My tio Javier, man. We send to all these kids, my primos, all the raza in Oregon, man. They're with the biz, man. I send my cubos, man.
That's right.
You guys stay up. Órale, homeboy.
All right, brother. Okay.
Take care, brother.
All right.